Hey everybody, I'm going to do a quick intro to this video. This video is a good example of why Tiff and I started recording and started a YouTube channel. Something happened on the water in this particular video, and I just wanted to briefly touch on what happened and discuss it a little bit before we get into the fishing video. We actually did catch some fish. But on this particular day, Johnny and I went to a ramp where it's a ramp that I try to stay away from, just because of the proximity to houses and boat traffic. There are lots of people on jet skis and ski boats pulling skiers. So I typically don't go to this ramp, and it is pretty close to a large city. So he likes to go there. Our boat is still in the shop and has been for 5 weeks. So when he wanted to go fishing, he wanted to go there. And I said, well, I'll go wherever you go because it's your boat. So we went to this particular ramp, and it was pretty crowded when we got there, but we went a few miles down the river into a small creek. And we actually didn't run into another boat all day after that. We went to the end of the creek, or as far as we could go up the creek, and we fished our way back out, which took us most of the day. So we were just a turn or two from the end of this creek when bullets started flying through the woods and very close to our boat. In fact, we're pretty sure one of them flew over the boat because I could actually see the bullets hitting the water to our left. And you only hear 2 gunshots in this video, but they were so quick. In the video, it seems like it didn't pick up all of them. There were actually about 5 shots in total. So anyway, as soon as I heard the first one, I saw it hit the water on the other side of the creek from us. I realized that they were coming in our direction and that it had pretty much gone right over the boat. So we started yelling. This video has taken me a long time to edit because, as you can imagine, we were pretty upset and we had some pretty choice words for these guys. So at that point, they stopped firing. We went around the curve there and we voiced our displeasure with what had happened. So I did contact wildlife enforcement officers, and North Carolina has 100 counties, and there are on average about 1 wildlife enforcement officer per county. So this time of year, everybody's tied up at the beach. So they were not able to respond immediately, but I did contact them. Later on in the day, as our tempers cooled down, we talked about it more, and when we got back to the boat ramp later that evening, about a half hour before dark, those guys actually were pulling out right in front of us. So they approached our boat, they apologized a lot, and we gave them a very stern and sort of, I think, eye-opening talking to for an extended period of time. I've cut a lot of it out, but initially we had a conversation with them for about 45 minutes until it was right before dark. But they were very apologetic, and they agreed with us that they were being idiots. So we decided not to file any kind of criminal charges since nobody was hurt. There was no property damaged. They're young guys. They're in their early 20s. We decided that rather than getting them in trouble, we would just cut them some slack on this one. We really think they will think twice before doing something like this again. So I just wanted to talk about that briefly. Everybody does stupid things once in a while, and they claim they were shooting at a snake. I believe them, but everybody agreed that it was their fault and that they wouldn't do it again, so we just let it go. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that had we reported them, it would have probably made the news, and we really didn't want that. I really thought about not even including it in the video for today, but it's one of those things that I think everybody needs to think about. When you carry a firearm to the river, there could be someone right around the corner from you. You will see sometimes on our boat, Tiff and I carry a shotgun to the river, and that's because we are typically somewhere way far away from help, and it's just better to have and not need than to need it and not have it. It's not worth taking a risk for something as stupid as shooting at a snake that you can just go around and potentially putting bullets in the air that might harm somebody. So anybody who's watching, just keep that in mind. It's totally not worth it. There should never be a case where you are mistakenly shot while you're fishing. So just have some sense with your firearms. Don't be stupid with them. And they are a huge responsibility. I know everybody has them, and it's just sort of one of those things that you're kind of nonchalant about, but they are a big responsibility. God almighty Friday. Yeah, you got to get out of here. Here is a water snake. Just crawled through the back of my shed here, and I want to make sure he leaves the way he came. And you can see all my boat stuff is still here. He's got plenty of stuff to hide behind because my boat's in the shop. Get out, brother. Yeah, that is a rough earth snake or red belly water snake. Alright, you gotta go, buddy. I do not have a snake catcher. Here he comes. I don't want to get bit either. I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here. He's going to get caught up in this net, and I just really want him to leave. He's mad. And I'm not one of these YouTube guys that wants to sit here and catch snakes either, so. Morning, guys. I'm heading over to Johnny's house to help him put a new prop on his boat. He finally took my advice and went with the aluminum prop, and he's putting a guard on it, so I got to go over there and help him with that. Then we're gonna hit the river. Who's that? Let's get this thing drilled so we can go fishing. Looks good.
That ain't too tight, is it?
No, I mean that. Yeah, all you do is snug that down and then put them clips on it, and it won't come off. Turned up high as you can get it.
No.
All right. Corey, I appreciate it, buddy. I do. Oh, pretty good.
Where's this stuff at? Now the wind's blowing that way, it looks like. Showing fish behind the boat here, but they sure do not like my black beetle spin with the green stripes. I will try hitting them with this girl right here. This is a white cricket with a red dot beetle spin. Right off these old bridge pilings here. Showing 7 feet deep. I'm on dry line. I did completely forget that I had that. Let me get my stuff straight before we go back through here. I don't want to lose anything. Man, I can't believe they put that bridge that low. And that water's 8 feet deep. 6 feet deep here, right over a navigable waterway. There we go, right there.
Warmouth.
Yep, pretty, ain't he? On the white cricket with a red dot. Tell Johnny it takes more than a worm to fool you, don't it, boy? That's what he's hitting right there. Sorry. You have to find your lunch somewhere else there, little buddy. Oh my goodness. As long as this creek is, you would have think somebody would have thought about that. I mean, you can barely even kayak under that thing. It's hot. It's about, what, about 85, 86 degrees. It was 82 earlier. But me and Johnny are fishing up in Island Creek. It's, we're actually at, not the end of it, we're about halfway down it, but that's as far as you can go because of that bridge back there. It's just a little creek, comes off of the Northeast Cape Fear River, and it runs down towards the beach. I've caught one, but it's kind of tight in here, so we're headed back to where it's a little wider. To try to get a little elbow room in here. And we saw a lot of fish breaking further in. Just not much going on this end of it, so we're gonna head back. They're not even hitting night crawlers, so. Those widen out. They were hitting the water more where it was wider. I thought this thing was going to widen out as we went further down, and I didn't know that some first-year engineering student designed a bridge that was 2 feet off the water back here.
Feels good right here.
There we go, baby.
That's a big old crappie there, bud.
Check him out. Nice.
You can keep it. Big enough.
For what? Oh, he's big enough to keep, but man, I got fish in the freezer I need to eat. They got to be 8.5 inches in North Carolina, and I'm gonna say he's probably.
There's a thing to measure right there.
Oh yeah, I see it. He's probably 9.
No.
You don't think he's 9 inches?
No, it's about 7.
Yeah, he's 9 inches. Well, you got to close his tail. Yeah, he's 9 inches. Just put him back. We don't want to eat him anyway. We got other fish to fry. Look at that little alligator right there, Johnny. See him? Be still. He's tiny. See him right there?
Mm-hmm.
Troll around there to him, see if he'll stay there. He's still there.
Now he's getting ready to go.
There he goes. They don't catch many beavers, pal, I can tell you that. They turtles. When a turtle's laying up on a log like that, they'll sneak under them. That's probably 85% of his diet. That's what that one that used to be in the pond at the house would do. There was a limb sticking out in the pond, or like a log, and he'd lay under it and wait for them turtles to roll off of it. That pine tree growing right on the creek. what it is, he's found him a spot where he's by himself so he can grow. If he was out there with big gators, he'd get eaten. Yeah, most of the time them big ones run away from him. The little ones are the ones that are curious because they don't know any better. Dang, had a bite right there, jigging.
I don't know what he is, but nice little bass.
Bass, finally.
There you go.
Oh man. So I've switched to this white spinnertail grub. Me and Johnny hadn't caught a fish in about an hour. And I just caught a fish off camera with this thing. Nice big bluegill. So I'm gonna keep fishing it and see what happens here. You got him? Good crappie there, boy. It looks like they do like the lighter colored stuff today, and I'm hung right there. Hello? Hello?
Are you with my husband?
Yeah.
Oh. Ask him where my keys to my Jeep are, if he drove it.
No, Daniel drove it.
Daniel drove it.
Hey, yeah, as we were leaving, him and his girlfriend went, they said they were going to get something to eat because he said the driver's windows on his car don't work.
No, they don't.
I told him to just back through the drive-through.
Right.
He said he'd rather drive the Jeep, so they took the Jeep.
I caught a decent little bass and nice crappie and a great big ass brim.
Yeah, it's a little slow, but we're catching some good ones.
Oh, that's good. Happy for you?
Yeah.
Yep. He won't be back until after I probably get back from Wilmington, since he's with you, so.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm sure I'll be probably hours before him.
Fishing days are the most important.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, Johnny don't get to go a whole lot, so whenever we go fishing, we go all day.
Yes, you do.
And whenever I go fishing, I go all day. And I get to go a lot.
Yes, you do.
Alrighty.
All right, love you,
Okay,
baby.
bye.
He said love you.
Love you. Bye.
$14 for some Hawaiian tropic. Whew. I don't want it that bad, but since it's free. I hate sunscreen with a passion, son. With a passion. But I'm getting burnt back here. And that's why I hate it right there. Smells nice. You just can't rub it all in. It's like you're rubbing freaking gear oil on you. It's probably worse than gear oil.
What?
I especially hate doing this, rubbing it on my face. Now, I can be nice and oily all day long, and every piece of dirt in this river is going to stick to me. That's awesome. Now watch this. Oil coming off of my hand. I hate it. Get that shit off with Dawn dishwashing liquid, Ajax, and a wire brush. You got no teeth?
Yes, he does. I'm looking at him.
He's got the same kind of teeth a bass has got, Johnny. It ain't like he's got teeth like a blackfish.
No, but he's got teeth.
What was that? Ain't no fish over here anyway.
After we hit this side, I'm gonna go across over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna fish around this stump. in this curve. Oh! 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 Oh!
Mother.
Hey!
Damn bullets flying over my fucking head. Start that motor up. Chase down.
There's a bunch of crap behind the motor. We ain't going nowhere till we get that out.
Move.
They just started their boat up.
I know.
Get my pole in the boat.
Here. Take it. Here. So I can catch it.
It's not good. It's right there. That's them right there. Where the
I don't need to be more crap to shoot.
that y'all shooting?
Damn bullets flying right over my fucking head.
Was that y'all?
We saw a snake.
Dude,
Snake about shot us.
bring a fucking shotgun to the river. No, you did. The bullets went right over them, right over,
Fucking head and
right out in front of us. Bring a fucking shotgun to the river. Fucking shooting pistols and shit at the river. We were right around the corner from you. I mean, you like to fucking kill this dude. We heard him go shoo right over the boat.
Fucking 4 foot over fucking head, a bullet flew.
Dude, you can't do that shit.
Alright, well, sorry about that.
Just bring a damn shotgun to the river. Don't be shooting at snakes and shit. Are we fishing?
Yeah. Who you calling?
I'm calling a wildlife enforcement officer on this. She getting ready to write him a ticket. Look, I'm still fucking shaking from that. So I'm fixing to dive down in this boat.
Hi, this is Officer with the North Carolina Wildlife Resource Commission Law Enforcement Division. If you're calling to report a violation in progress, please call 1-800-662.
Dude. And we were sitting up in these chairs. I mean, damn bullets was going right in front of the boat, right over the boat. That's the reason why I started diving in the boat. Talking about we saw a snake. I mean, if you're gonna be an asshole and shoot every snake you see, f***ing bring a shotgun. That dude in the other boat must be that one of them's dead. He turned around like he was gonna do something, didn't he? The kid better be good, but I better be glad his attitude was good too. Or he'd be swimming back to the boat ramp. I'll bet you it scared him though when he found out there was somebody around the corner from him. He probably ain't never thought about that. Look, blackfish just come right up, tried to bite my spinner. There he is right there. Look, look at him. He scared the crap out of me. See him? Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the video. I'm gonna have to bleep a lot of that out. No, us cussing at them. I had just turned the camera back on because you caught that warmouth.
Did you get the shots?
Yeah, You had just caught the warmouth, and when you did, I put the camera on my hat and turned it back on.
Chasing them down.
Just off of the Castle Hang boat ramp, and we were in Island Creek, and some kids were shooting at a snake with a pistol and shot bullets right over the boat, right in front of our boat, almost killed us. And I think somebody needs to come down here and give them a stern talking to other than the one we just gave them. It's right sort of in the corner of Pender and New Hanover. But they're still in Island Creek. They can't do nothing but come out because they can't go so far up that creek.
He's eat up.
He's ate up with something. Like a gar got a hold of him.
No, that's some kind of sores from or something. See him down on the bottom of his fins.
Hey Johnny, run over there and get the canes. Yeah, them just threw them cans out when they went by. Yeah, they just threw these cans out. They ain't got no water in them. Freaking A, man. There we go. Yeah, they just threw them out and they ain't got much water in them at all.
Well, you're going to have to go ahead and put them in the cage.
She good now. Rock and roll. Saying I wouldn't mind going down there where, you know, it's like getting close to brackish water, you know, but not brackish water. Yo, that's
That's where you put it in, so I didn't know you could take the other end.
Wow, that's a steep ramp.
Pull me up.
Yep.
What's up, fellas? Everything good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up, man? Everything all right? Yeah. I mean, look, I don't know how to tell you. I seen this come out. I shot in the water. Like, say, that cottonmouth was probably from here to the first of that curve, on the curve right there. And I shot like that in the water, I swear.
Listen to me.
But I know that,
Listen to me.
I don't know how the hell it went down there.
Listen to me. Shooting snakes and turtles is illegal anyway. If you're gonna come to the river and shoot snakes and turtles, you need a shotgun if that's what you want to do.
Wouldn't that be
But
worse,
them
man?
bullets went right over this boat, and we seen them hit the water on the other side.
Sir, I had one go right over my head, no more than 3 foot over my head.
I swear, I believe one of them went between me and him,
One went between me and him, and one went directly over
because
my head.
we could hear him go like that. I mean, that's how close they were. If you hear a bullet, ask anybody in the military that's been shot at. If you hear a bullet go like that,
Yeah,
you've been shot at.
yeah.
That bullet's close.
Look, I mean, but like I said,
This is the second time I've been shot at the river, and I'm fucking sick of it.
yeah.
We seen 2-3 alligators a day. We went out there shooting at alligators and shit like that, man. I mean, if your life ain't in danger, don't fire the gun. If somebody comes up on you and they're trying to rob you or something like that, then that's obviously understandable. You come this close to killing us. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. If my wife had been in this boat, or my kids had been in this boat, and you'd hit one of them, I'd be going to prison. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Hey, I don't blame you. I know, yeah.
You just don't know who's on the other side of that curve, man.
I know, but like, what I'm saying is, I was from the first of that yellow line right here, on this side of us, to that sign. Y'all were almost past that sign. That's
his
crazy.
pistol laid right here all day. 3 alligators. 3 alligators. We didn't see any snakes. 3 alligators, a bunch of turtles. We didn't shoot nothing. But that's what happens when you're on this river and there's all these people around, especially right here close to Wilmington, because this river's crowded. You're gonna feel real bad when there's some kayakers around there and you shoot somebody's youngin', and you had a shot at some kayakers. Your ass is being handcuffed right now. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, probably. Well, wouldn't a f***ing shotgun be worse? No.
No.
Going through the woods like those f***ing 9mm rounds did.
I don't want nobody to take my guns away from me. I got a bunch of them too. And I always carry a 12 gauge to the river for self-defense, because you can't, when you're 20 miles down the river, you're your own first line of self-defense. You know, they can't get down there fast enough to save you from somebody that's drunk or wanting to rob you or something like that. You need to go around the snake. I mean, I'm 48 years old, man. He's almost 50. And how many times we've been at the river and not shot snakes and seen dozens and dozens of them, man. I mean, you gotta think about, there might be somebody around that curve down there. Yeah. And we were around that curve. What you need to do,
like I said,
if you're gonna come to the river and shoot, you need a shotgun. You need to leave that pistol at the house, because you're gonna kill somebody down here.
I'm not trying to be and I mean,
we're not assholes, but we got fucking shot at. Yeah. Bullets right over this boat, right out in front of the boat. I mean, you can't expect us not to be pissed off about it.
Oh yeah. No, ain't nothing wrong with that.
It is just, man, it's stupid. It ain't worth losing your life over. If you'd hit somebody on this boat and killed them, you'd be in prison for, you'd be my age before you got out of prison. We've been bitching a lot at y'all, but we would just want to get the point across. You know what I mean? We ain't trying to be assholes, but we want to get the point across. I mean, that was serious. It was real serious. And I appreciate y'all apologizing, but that wouldn't have done no good if one of my boys had been laying dead in this boat right here.
All right.
Y'all wouldn't have had the opportunity to apologize. I can promise you that.
I don't blame you on that. Wouldn't have had the opportunity. I don't blame you on that.
That's just me and him, the way we are, just the way y'all be. Yeah. You know. And most of the time when I go fishing, my wife's with me. Yeah. If you'd have hit her, it'd have been the same way. I mean, there wouldn't have been no discussion and no compromise over that.
You might not think it can go through all those trees and stuff, but I'll be if it did.
That was the first thing we heard was clack, 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 whew, boom.
Yeah.
In fact, as soon as I heard the first whiz, I knew what it was, and the bullet hit the creek over there on the other side. I mean, it was closer than you guys think it was. Yeah. I mean, if you don't need it, keep it where it's at. That one laid right there by that throttle all day long. You know, I mean, if you do something like that and it ain't two people with some sense and they come by you, they could have walked or come by there and sprayed both of y'all's asses. And I know y'all probably wasn't planning on shooting nobody with it, but I mean, if it'd been somebody besides me and him, they could have come right by there and capped both of y'all.
I mean, we ain't trying to be assholes, man. No, we get it.
I mean, if it wasn't me and him, y'all could have been, I mean, they could have come around that corner and put it on you, you know.
I mean, y'all are still young, guys. I mean, I would never want to see something happen to you. You know, I wouldn't want to see you locked up sitting in jail over a stupid accident. And that's what it would have been. It would have been a accident. Yeah. But it don't matter that it was an accident. Yeah. It was still reckless, you know, discharge of a firearm.
I told him a while ago, I could understand if I got accidentally shot deer hunt, but on the river fishing, nobody should be accidentally shot on the river fishing. Nobody.
Yeah. I got no hard feelings.
But I mean, you gotta understand.
No hard feelings.
That,
just.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you guys gotta understand. There's people on this river, buddy.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we just don't want to see nobody get hurt.
I don't want to get hurt. You good on everything there, bud?
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right. Look, man. I mean, like I said, we ain't trying to put y'all in the hole. Y'all young, you know. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't trying to ruin your life, but you very well could have ruined a bunch of people's lives right there. Oh, yeah. Me and him both married. We got a bunch of kids. I mean, just promise me that the next time y'all come to the river, you'll think about that, you know.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Y'all take it easy.